Monday night, the planning board met and began their meeting with a minor site plan approval for a sign at 500 Washington Street. The board briefly discussed this plan and unanimously approved it. Following the sign approval, the board passed a tri-party agreement for Power Lane. With the departure of Devery Homewood from the planning board earlier this year, it created an open seat on the Community Preservation Committee as the planning board representative. Joe Sheehan agreed to be the representative moving forward. To end the meeting, Paul Halkiotis updated the board on the open space and recreation plan. He spoke in depth about the plan and what to expect moving forward. The next planning board meeting will be June 22nd. The Board of Health convened Tuesday morning. The board voted and approved at the beginning of the meeting to hire 2 public health nurses to the department. Much of the discussion centered around the rec department and new protocols for the pools presented by Travis Farley amid the COVID-19 reopening strategy. It was concluded that Hawes will be the main focus, as opening both Hawes and Father Max Pool is not in the best interest of safety at this time.
Yeah, we have 2 pools, and what we sort of has talked about is that in order to do it properly, we really only have the capacity to open 1, because there are so much more, not only staff needs, but just controls and cleaning protocols that need to happen, and the condition of the facility. We have a brand new bathhouse at Hawes that is a lot easier to keep clean and to maintain. We at Father Max, unfortunately, the bathhouse is in rough condition, and it just makes it harder to clean and sanitize according to CDC guidelines.
Travis outlined proposed new guidelines for users to follow, including frequent bathhouse cleanings and designated swimming lanes and pool deck areas.
And we are going to place bathroom monitors outside the bathrooms to make sure that we are enforcing the 2 at a time. If you look at the schedule, it's basically open for an hour and closed for a half hour. This makes cleaning the bathrooms a heck of a lot easier when you only have a couple spaces to make sure that they're sanitized and clean.
And those will be, Travis, excuse me, before we go on, those will be documented? The times that you clean the bathroom and they'll be documented?
With some initials and make sure that it's being followed.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. And facility recommendations. Obviously, we're going to have to restrict the bathing load. The CDC has actually recommended, and I could be wrong, Mr. Gall can correct me, that most pools go back to 25, or all pools go back to 25% of the bathing load, which for us would be about 25 people. So, that's something we will be enforcing. We are going to mark off the pool deck, so that way when people arrive, they will be assigned a portion of the pool deck. That'll be every 12 feet. So if I'm a family of 4, I'm a Farley family, I register, I show up, I would pre-register to come and kind of get to know myself, and you would be assigned a portion of the pool deck. And then when you get into the pool, you assigned a lane. So we have 6 lanes in the pool. You would be assigned lane 1, and you'd be in that lane, and you'd be assigned a portion of the deck as well.
The board ultimately voted to approve the reopening of Hawes Pool for the summer. The Board of Health will meet again in the next few weeks. The Board of Selectmen held 2 public hearings on Tuesday night. The first hearing, scheduled for 6 p.m., was a show cause hearing for Boncaldo Restaurant, which closed its doors in February unexpectedly. The hearing has been continued for 180 days. Lewis's Bar and Grill was the second hearing scheduled for 6:15. Lewis's is looking to create some outdoor seating arrangements on the back side of the building.
Yeah, I'm all set, Mr. Chairman. As for the number, I think probably social distancing guidelines are going to dictate the actual number of people who will be out there anyway. So whether it's 25 or 40 or somewhere in between, I'm certain that both the owners, who are conscientious people, and the marketplace will kind of decide for them. Thank you.
And I agree with that. The number they're looking for is 40, and the licensing would be given for 40. But at this point in time, with the COVID-19 situation, everything would be governed by anything coming from the state department, the state government, rather. I have a motion to approve the recommendation, or the request, rather, from Joe and Colleen. Mr. Plasko?
Aye.
Mr. Jha?
Aye.
Mr. Howard?
Aye.
Mr. Maloney?
Aye.
And the chair votes aye. So, Colleen and Joe, congratulations.
The board will meet again Monday, June 8th at 11 a.m. for a decision to be made more about outdoor dining applications. This will be the last meeting for longtime selectmen Paul Bishop and Alan Howard. Both men have served on the board since 2011. The Trails Committee held a brief meeting Tuesday night. Committee members reviewed the trail walks that they have taken during the time they have spent at home. Many members were pleased with the trails at Endine. The next Trails Advisory Committee will be in the coming weeks. Wednesday afternoon, the Middle School Building Committee conducted 3 interviews for the owner's project manager job. The companies that were interviewed were CBRE, HERRY, Compass, and PMA. Chairman Alan Slater asked each company a set of questions, and the remaining committee members asked follow-up questions. Each company will be ranked by a set of guidelines that were decided on by the committee, and then the highest scoring company will be selected. The Middle School Building Committee will meet again Monday at 1 p.m. to discuss the scoring of each company and pick an owner's project manager for the new middle school building. Also Wednesday, the school committee met and continued where they left off with the final school improvement plans. Principal Robbins of the Willett and Little Mustangs Preschool Academy, Principal Brown of the Callahan, and Interim Principal Griffin with newly hired Principal Olson all presented their school improvement plans to the committee. Ryan Quigley, Health and Wellness Department Chair at the high school, also appeared before the board to provide a school health council and wellness policy update. Following the appearances, the committee continued their discussion from their previous meeting about bus reimbursement. After some discussion, the board voted not to reimburse bus fees. To end the meeting, each member thanked committee member Maura Smith for her time on the board as it was her last meeting on the committee. Smith ended the meeting with a congratulations to the class of 2020 and a heartfelt thank you.
And I, on my run, I go up by the high school very often, and I was up there on Sunday and I saw all the amazing signs that folks had put out. And as I was running up Nickel Street, which is a joy in and of itself, it's a very steep hill, I was very heartened by all of the people who live along the route who had taken the time to go out and decorate so that it would be a really special moment for the students, for their families, for the whole community. And I think that whole experience really sums up what Norwood is and what makes Norwood special, that there's never really a question of, can we do it? It's just, well, we're going to do it and we're going to make it incredibly special and we're going to take care of everybody along the way. And I think that, there's that whole adage of it takes a village, but I think that Norwood is a really special village. And it's been, a real honor and a privilege for me to be in this seat, both at the Savage and this chair at home, which doesn't quite tip as much as the Savage ones do. But for the last 3 years, and I hope, and I've always strived to be a voice for students, for families, and to advocate as best as I can. So I hope that I have achieved that, which I set out to do. It was funny, something that Dave said in his addenda really stuck with. There was a lot of things that stuck with me. It was all very, very sweet, which everyone has said. But Dave said that I could have been home with my friends and my loved ones, and I would actually sort of say that I was just here with my friends. It's been a real lovely time getting to know all of you and all of the people who have been on the committee through all the previous years that I've been on it. And it's been a real joy getting to know you all and getting to work with you.
Thank you, Maura, for your years of service to the school committee. The next meeting will be Wednesday, the 17th. Thursday afternoon, the town of Norwood, the planning department, and the health department co-hosted the second Back to Business meeting. All restaurant owners in town were invited to join the meeting and ask questions about the outdoor seating requirements for the Phase 2 opening. It is expected that Governor Baker will announce the beginning of Phase 2 on Monday, which will allow restaurants to serve patrons outdoors. There will be another Back to Business forum on June 9th. For the first time in several months, the Council on Aging met to discuss a number of topics. Since the group had not spoken in this setting in quite some time, there were multiple reports, including the legislative report and Carrie McCarthy's Senior Center reports for the months of March, April, and May. The board also voted to postpone the cycle of elected positions, such as chair and vice chair, until a later meeting in person. The Council on Aging is planning to reconvene in August. To watch complete government coverage, tune into the NCM Government channel or watch it on demand at norwoodcommunitymedia.org.